So the ultimate objective here is going to be to try to upload this to YouTube and test out the 4K both on YouTube and the camera. I'm just going to note now the majority of the audio of this portion will probably be muted, simply because if I don't, YouTube is going to flag it because I have XM on. So it's either I drive for the next hour and a half in complete silence, or I mute the audio and just unmute it whenever I want to talk. So we'll go with that. I'm actually just making a little detour today. We're going to drive from Tempe, Arizona, which is a suburb of Phoenix, down to Tucson, which is to the southeast. Tucson, smaller city. I believe it's a population of about 500,000 versus Phoenix, which is closer to the 4 million person mark. Maybe stuck in a little bit of traffic here. Wife was at a conference this weekend, and her coworker, her carpooled, so I guess she didn't want to drive back with them, or the coworker wanted to leave early. So I said I'll just drive down and we can have lunch or dinner or something of that fashion and just have a little fun. It's about an hour and a half drive. Gonna make it. Yes, we made it. Not a fan of yellow lights here, but at least Tempe no longer has any yellow/red light cameras. Those were all removed back in, I believe, 2012 or 2013. I'm not sure if the city deemed them to be too expensive because of the revenue sharing, which I would seriously doubt, because as far as I'm aware, they still essentially cost the city nothing, since something like 40% of the revenue went to the camera companies. What I expect, it was just simply either the city decided that they were not moral, which seems strange for any bureaucracy, but certainly a possibility, or their constituents simply came to the city council and said, you know what, these things are ridiculous. They might be making us revenue, but they're also bothering everyone who lives here. So I expect that's what happened. Car in front of us had a bad day. Of course, it's held together with the universal fixture of everything: duct tape. Everyone loves duct tape. Always heard the old adage that was, hey, you can fix anything with duct tape, baling wire. Like to add a few things to that list. I've actually determined you can fix anything with duct tape or gaffer's tape. Gaffer's tape is almost better because it doesn't leave a sticky residue nearly as badly, and it's just as strong, and it's black, not gray usually. Although I believe you can get more than one colored duct tape. Super glue is definitely up there, but super glue has its own inherent problems, because super glue, while if you get it on surface that it bonds to very well, something that has enough surface abrasions that the glue can kind of fit into those nice little pockets and bond correctly. A lot of things it simply lets go of. Metal is notoriously bad with super glue, since metal, unless it's roughed up significantly, doesn't really work for that. Epoxy, two-part epoxies like the 5-minute are especially good for things. I recently discovered spray glue was quite a nice product in terms of adhesion, because if you're using it on something that's flat like paper or very flat plastic, one, it's like contact adhesive, where basically as soon as you slap it down, it is stuck and it does not let go, but if it's in air, it doesn't dry. So that was nice. That and good old hot glue. I love hot glue. It's wonderful stuff. Plus, I found that if you use the high temp hot glue, the stuff that I've touched a few times and will do horrible burny things to you, I found it's actually a very effective both plastic filler and can almost be used like a 3D printer. I've used it to actually fill pretty large gaps, and the nice thing about it is because it behaves like plastic, it can be used with a lot of other adhesives or bonding methods, because it'll have super glue stick to it. I know epoxy sticks to it quite well. A lot of little stuff like that. Metal actually will kind of stick to super glue, hot glue, if you get the temperatures right. I've also learned, don't bother with a low temp glue gun. I mean, yeah, I guess if it's just doing arts and crafts with popsicle sticks for your children, fine, use the low temp stick. They won't burn the crap out of themselves. However, if you're an adult, you know, don't get hot glue on your hands, and you can manage not to hurt yourself too much. The high temp gun, 1,000 times better. The glue is just has much better adhesion properties. Oh, something on fire over in the distance there. I don't know if the camera sees that far, but oh, that doesn't look good at all. No, what is that? Well, it's black smoke, so it's definitely not clouds and not something that should be on fire generally. I don't know, maybe when we come around here on the highway here, we'll get a little more detail of what it actually is. Excuse me. Once we get it on the open road here, we'll try out one of Honda's touted features in this car. It has a little green button called Econ. Supposedly drastically increases the fuel mileage and lowers the consumption significantly. I actually checked the thing here, so right now, even though we just got on the highway, and this is of course an average full tank of gas, average fuel economy, it's saying is only 25 miles to the gallon, although I think that's a little low. I think I get closer to 30 most days. I have seen up to 39 with the Econ button active, and oh my gosh, we're getting out from behind whatever the heck this is. It's throwing rocks at the windshield, and if you've ever lived in any of the southwestern states, Arizona, New Mexico, even Southern California, you know, we have a lot of rocks. So broken windshields are kind of a thing of life. I've already broken one on this car in 2 years, and broke a couple on my old car in a few years as well. So it's probably best to just expect you're going to average through about one windshield every 2 years, maybe even one windshield a year. They're pretty normal to break. So, hello, Highway Patrol. I didn't know Arizona had SUVs. I thought they were all still the old-style Crown Victorias, but I guess a few of them, maybe that's a supervisor. I didn't look at the side of it when he passed me. We're going to try to keep our speed something reasonable since he's on the highway here. Speed limits in Arizona are actually pretty good. In the city, 65, maybe 70 now. And then out, once we get outside the city, speed limit will be 80. So, or is it 70? See, I gotta look at this again. Now I can't remember. Okay, 60, yeah, it's 65 here. Maybe it only goes to 70 once we get out of the city, but, you know, everybody's gonna be doing at least 80, if not more. There's a few spots that patrolmen stay, but they're pretty reasonable unless you're going 100 miles an hour. They're not going to really pay you any mind. Hello, BMW. Oh, that sounded bad. I think I hit the metal, not the glass. Still didn't sound great. Like I said, rocks. That could be part of Arizona. Yeah, I cannot tell what that is on fire over there, but looks like the Phoenix downtown area. Yeah, it just occurred to me, I think we're actually not going the right direction to get to Tucson. Should have gotten on the 101. I don't know why I did that. I've never drive down there. That was kind of dumb. So we are going to try make our way over here, get off on 32nd, see if we can't go the right way. Yeah, because we need to be going east, and I'm sure we're not going east. monster drink of champion. I'm actually kind of curious, since this is a new GoPro, how long it's going to last. I'm going to guess the memory card's going to run out about the same time the battery does. I'm guessing it's still recording, although I can't tell because I can't see the red lights at the moment. Probably is. I mean, if the battery doesn't last, you know, Wi-Fi on more than 20 minutes, that's pretty bad. I know Wi-Fi does tend to drain this thing, but it's not usually that bad. Yeah, we're still recording. It would help. Excuse me. It helps if I look in the right spot on the GoPro. They're actually pretty smart with that. They have multiple indicator lights on the GoPro. I believe one on the back, one on the front, top and bottom. So really, the only place they don't have them is on the sides, which makes knowing what's going on actually pretty good. You can turn them off as far as I'm aware, but when you're like this, and I actually just have one of the 3M sticky mounts stuck to, it's not really the rear view mirror. In this car there's a lane watch camera, so there's a housing in the middle of the windshield, can't say that word. Just stuck it up there. And I guess the newer GoPro, this is a Hero4 Black. I also have a Hero 3 Silver that I use with a DJI quadricopter. Not quite comfortable sending this one up. I don't mind sending up a $200 or $300 camera, but when you're getting into the $500 plus range for a camera, it's a little bit unnerving, possibly sending that thing into the sky. I think we may have to resort to Siri here because I'm not sure where we're going. Siri, directions to Tucson, Arizona.
Getting directions to Tucson.
Alright. Siri may not know where she's going, but she certainly knows better than me. Hold that thought.